Hey guys, in this video I am going to show some Halloween movies that I do enjoy watching every Halloween time, and these are some of the more popular ones, shall we say. So the first we got Psycho. I This is one of my favorite horror movies of all time. This is in my top five movies of all time, and I adore this movie, and it's just one of my favorite movies, and I watch this all the time, and it's great. This one is the uncut version and the regular version. Really, not much difference between the two. But this is great though. Definitely watch Psycho. Really, Alfred Hitchcock at his best. So, um, next Halloween. Really, what more can you say that hasn't been said about Halloween? You know, the babysitter murder, the guy that goes around killing innocent people during Halloween night, and very low budget movie for the time. We forget how little this movie was made for, but how much of a success it became. But the first one was great. I do enjoy the rest of them, but the first one is still my favorite, and I still go back to this movie all the time. So, Halloween 1. Next, we have Night of the Living Dead. This is a classic. Dawn of the Dead is probably my favorite, but without night, there would be no dawn and there would be no day, and apparently the other ones too, but the other ones aren't as good. But Night of the Living Dead is a classic movie, and um, really not much you can say. One of the first zombie movies. I mean, I know it's not the first zombie movie because you got White Zombie and you got stuff earlier than that, but this is the first like modern zombie movie that kind of defined what zombies would eventually become. But it's a great movie. Black and white, 1968. You really can't go wrong with this. Next is Friday the 13th. Um, this again. The twist in this movie. I know there's like 10 Friday the 13th movies, 11 if you count the remake, reboot, whatever you want to call it. But a great movie. Um, this one also includes the uncut version, which really there's not much difference between the R-rated cut and the regular cut. But this is the Shout Factory version. It looks great. I know there's a 4K version of this. I need to pick that up at some point, but I'm happy with this big box set. And again, I think five is my second favorite. I know that a lot of people don't like five, but I think one and five are probably my favorite. The rest are just kind of okay, but this is still my favorite out of all 11 of them. So Friday the 13th Part One. Next we have Rosemary Baby. A great movie. This is the 4K. This is the 55th anniversary edition. A weird movie, a weird suspense movie where she's kind of like trapped in the apartment. She's not really trapped, but weird stuff start happening when they start to move in, and you find out why later, and it just keeps going. It's a really great movie, and I go back to this movie all the time. And I think if you've never seen this movie, it's definitely worth a watch. Rosemary's Baby. They made a TV show into it, Apartment something or another. It's on one of the streaming sites, but I haven't watched it, so I can't really judge if it's good or not. But just stick with the original. That's all you need. Texas Chainsaw Massacre. This is the first one. This is still the best. The remake was okay. The 2003 remake was good. Two was watchable. Three, I don't remember at all. I have three, and then there was Next Generation that was funny or whatever. And I think that's it from the original one. There might be one more, but then they remade it in 2003, and they just keep trying to reboot it. And let's face it, a lot of these though, the first movie will always be the best, and it's just a classic. This is the special anniversary edition of the film, and it looks great on 4K. If you have a 4K player, definitely check this out. Next, I have Midsummer. Love this movie. It's not for everybody. I can see why. Um, this is the director's cut. This is the director's cut of the film, and it's it's a wild movie. A cult movie, I guess, if you will. Weird movie. It's an A24 movie. Florence Pugh is in this, and they go overseas to a relationship get together. I guess I don't know. It's a weird movie. It starts out as one thing and turns into something completely different. Definitely check this out. Next is The Omen. Of course, you have to have The Omen. I'm surprised that The Omen's not on 4K yet. It does have a 4K transfer with the box set that came out a couple years ago. I actually do like The Omen 2 and 3. There's The Omen 4, and the remake wasn't bad either. I did enjoy the remake for what it was. Overall, The Omen's a good series, but the first one though, with the kid, and they find out that he's Satan, but they can't really do anything because it's his kid, and weird stuff happens, and it's great. Um, yeah, not really much to say about this if you haven't already seen it, which I'm sure you have. But The Omen, check it out. Next, we got The Exorcist. The Exorcist is great. Um, Pretty much just more or less the same with The Omen. The girl gets possessed by a demon, and then they have to try to possess her. And this movie, and then this has the alternative cover, and this has a bunch of special features as well. But definitely worth watching The Omen or The Exorcist. Watch them both, but watch The Exorcist. It kind of starts off slow, but once you're halfway through the movie, it picks up and it turns really fun. Watch The Exorcist. Next we have Suspiria. I love Suspiria. Um, it's a wild movie. This is the one of the anniversary editions on Steelbook. But there's the cover. It's about this girl who goes into a ballerina school, and it's possessed by witches and stuff like that. And it's really out there. Uh, I don't want to reveal too much if you haven't seen it, but I will say if you uh, check it out, it's fun. It's really good. Last but not least is Bad Ronald. Bad Ronald is about this movie where this kid accidentally kills a little girl, and his mother leaves him, and then the mother goes away and she doesn't come back, and he's the mom's like, you gotta stay in the house, and you gotta you can't come out because they might find you, and it's just wild. Then she never comes back, the mother, and the boy just has to kind of defend himself, but nobody really knows that he killed anybody. They can't really link it up to him. And this new couple moves in, and they start hearing things, and obviously it's him. But it's a wild movie. It's got the mother was actually Kim Hunter, which is the from Planet of the Apes. She played Zira from Planet of the Apes, the original one, and a lot of the cast was from The Little Girl Who Lives Down the Lane. They just shot this movie afterwards, and it worked out. But yeah, Bad Ronald is a great movie. It's a TV movie. It's only an hour long, a little over an hour, but definitely worth watching if you can find it. But that is my list. I would have picked Nightmare on Elm Street, but I'm waiting for that to come in. And there's a few others that I would, like The Thing, and some John Carpenter movies that you need to check out too. But maybe I'll do it. Maybe I'll do a top 10 John Carpenter movie, or a top 10 Wes Craven movie or something next. But that is my recommendations for around Halloween time, and you should definitely check it out. Thanks for watching. Bye.